now entering the Simnautics, and I'm Alex. We're going to be making the ultimate Pixel Watch with accessories I've purchased on Amazon. Over the past year, there still hasn't been like a whole population full of like stuff for the Pixel Watch like an Apple Watch would have. The first thing we're going to take a look at is this thing from Spigen. It's the Pixel Watch Liquid Air Armor. And it's basically like a watch case, a TPU watch case. And the first problem we do have in terms of functionality is it's nice that it's a whole bumper around it, and it will keep it from scratching on the side and the body. But to detach the bands, you have to press that button in there, and it is pretty deep in. It is kind of, you see, you kind of have to like finagle your way into that. And if the watch is naked, it is a little easier. So there we go. We peeled it off. But yeah, this is what it looks like. See, dropping it doesn't scratch. This is what it looks like once the thing is put on. You can kind of just peel it off like that, and it comes off. So it literally is just a TPU matte black cover case, and it has all the cutouts you need. It has the one for the SIM card, and then also for the crown. So the way I put it in is I sneak the crown in first, and then kind of just peel it around into it like that, and boom, you get it in there. So this is the Liquid Air Armor from Spigen. This is the Eiavike Band. I'm just going to call it the Eiavike Band. The Eiavike Band, it's literally just a silicone watch band, and it's very affordable, but it's also cheap. So there are distinguishments between affordable and cheap. Cheap as in the material is very cheap. Unlike the actual Google bands, the OEM bands, this right here is just some really, it's not too solid. This is the main difference here. Also, these bands do use Google's proprietary watch switching mechanic. See, even after all this time, I still struggle with these watch bands. That's why I'm not a huge fan of Google's mechanism. Okay, there we got it on there. So excuse my clumsiness. Even all this time, I am still pretty bad there. That one's a lot easier. So the top one, but yeah, I mean, this watch band, I've been using it at the gym, and Google doesn't have any official OEM ones. So this is something that you can purchase to kind of, use to fill that itch for now. But ultimately, there are probably better ones out there. But for such an affordable price, you can probably buy one and just use it until it gives out. Okay, this is the Spigen Lite Fit. It's a nylon solo loop band from Spigen. And this thing actually is kind of cool. I've been looking forward to this one. Spigen does make terrific products. And once again, I'm going to match it with this, which is also a Spigen product. So here is the band. It's a nylon stretchy band. Material does feel nice. And of course, it does have Google's proprietary mechanism for the watch changing. All right, now I finally got it all set up, and it looks fine now. Honestly, I do kind of like the feel of it. This nylon material does feel really nice on the wrist. It doesn't feel too heavy. It doesn't feel too constricting. It looks really simple, which, some people like that. So I think this might be my go-to one right now. I do think this looks pretty nice. And I do like how the connecting parts are solid. It's not plastic. It actually is more durable than a lot of the third-party accessories tend to be. So I do think this is a pretty decent one, and probably one of the best ones out there right now in the market. Okay, and here we have something called Timovo. It's this kind of reminds me of a G-Shock band from the 1990s, which was really popular. And this doesn't use Google's mechanism, because the watch band mechanism, because it is essentially a case. You just slide it in there and you slip it on. So it has kind of like some grooves in there that kind of hold the watch into place. And like that, you just slide it in, and now these little grooves kind of hold it into place. All the ports are open here, so you can magnetically charge here. And also, there's enough room for the dial. The dial actually, the crown actually works really nicely here. It's actually really smooth. There's plenty of space. Unlike some other cases I've used that kind of cover too much of it, you can't really rotate the dial. This one actually has plenty enough. And then what you have to do, though, on this one is you have to loop it in manually. There's 2 right there that you lock into place. And there you go. It makes this look a lot more casual, which is kind of cool. I think the Pixel Watch doesn't have too much identity, period, like in terms of, it doesn't have much of an identity. It doesn't have much in terms of its look. It's just a piece of glass across that's rounded. So I do think adding something like this with basically, it changes the watch into a different style. And I do like this. It's not the most comfortable thing. It is just like hard silicone. It's a sports strap. But at the same time, I've used this at the gym. It wipes off pretty nicely. So I do like the look of this. So if you're going for like a casual, sporty look, this is pretty nice. And it's really, really affordable. So this is definitely one that I keep in my arsenal, and it is easy to plop on there. So there you have it. Those are things you can use for the Pixel Watch to make your ultimate Pixel Watch. We're not really there yet in terms of mastering and making this like so awesome and decked out. However, we're getting close. Like this was not available just like 6 months ago. So this is getting closer to what I want to see with the Pixel Watch space. Let me know in the comments below what your Pixel Watch looks like right now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I wish I had somebody writing some like really funny lines that I can fill here, and then we can have some really good outro. But unfortunately, none of us here are smart enough to do that.